Welcome to RMU Club Hockey Live Season 2, Episode number 3. Today I have two members of the Division 3 men's club team with us. OT winner against Rowan, John Betz, and Super Senior led the team in penalty minutes almost last season, Max Ermigiotti.
Good to be here.
Great to have you guys on. But this week, Saturday, you got Case Western, a team that you guys have done fairly well against, especially last season. According to your one of your captains, Parker Smith, he said they've gotten a lot better this year. But what do you guys expect out of Case Western come Saturday?
I think they're going to be definitely a better team than last year. Roster-wise, it seems like it's a different group, so definitely not going to be a beating like we gave them last year.
I don't really know. I mean, all I remember from Case Western was that we beat them, and apparently you said by a lot. So
I think it was like 6-1, like
6-1?
something like that. I don't remember the exact, but
It's like at the end of the year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to take any team lightly. We're not going to, but hopefully we can come out and do the same thing. So, we'll see what happens.
And then you guys mentioned before you have a Monday night game against Cal U this week. An unheard of Monday night game.
Crazy scheduling there. Crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a new one, but we'll adjust like every game. I mean, have to take every game day by day, and we'll work on it in practice.
Yeah, it's closer to home for me, so I can't complain.
Just an easy little drive. Right?
Yeah,
Right to Cal U.
I'll go home before the game and then ride up there, so
Must be
won't
nice.
be bad. Yeah, it is nice.
It doesn't worry. They're the defending champions, but they seem like they lost a little bit of their roster just through graduation. But they still seem like one of the top competitive teams in New York Business League this year.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we are definitely at the top, not the very top because we haven't seen everybody, but I feel like we're getting there. We have 5 solid offensive lines that can all play, and our defense can all play too. So, I mean, I think we can take them Monday. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. That being said, we got to take
Yeah.
every team like they're the first. I mean, just like we got better, the whole league got better too. So,
Very true.
Let's kind of rewind the clock a little bit, John. I'm going to start with you. Your youth career, kind of what got you into the game, and then what ended up getting you here to RMU.
All right, so I remember sitting on the couch watching the 09 Pens play. That's when they won the cup. It was playoffs, and that's what initially started it for me. Because before I didn't really like hockey, and then I saw that. So I hopped into it. I was probably like 6 years old. Played for the Pittsburgh Predators for a while. Worked my way up. I was probably 13. Then I moved to Shaha. That's in Bethel Park. And then from there, where'd I go? I went into high school. So I played for Baldwin Middle School. And then I moved to South Park, which is like 10 minutes away from Baldwin. And then played high school hockey for South Park. Didn't really do much until my senior year. I didn't think I was going to play hockey after college until, I found out that RMU, I got accepted to RMU, and I saw their hockey program and really wanted to play, and I came to the Prospect Skates, and then here I am. I played on the D1 team freshman year, and then now I'm on the D3 team because of time restraints. I've had internships and clubs that I'm a part of, and D3 is a lot more relaxed, I would say. So that's where I've been.
That's John Betz. Max, what about for you? A little similar, or a little different than John?
yeah, similar. I mean, hockey kind of ran in my family. My father played, my uncles did too, and my grandpa coached. So they put me on the ice at a pretty young age of 2 years old, and started skating. Didn't really get into organized hockey until I was like 6 or 7. And I think I quit for a couple of years until I was 10. Came back, started playing just youth in-house leagues, and eventually thought I was good enough to play travel, and played travel for a couple years, and then started playing high school, and got on my first AA team, which eventually I went to nationals with, which was a great time. And then after that, I was after getting accepted into RMU, I actually wasn't even planning on coming to play for the club team until day of tryouts. I got an email from Mike Joseph with the tryout times and start dates, and I decided to grab my bag, and rest is history.
Rest is history now. Going into year 4, Max, the senior, kind of sunk in at all that this is the last go around for you with hockey, and was it kind of mean to you to spend time with the leadership group that you kind of winning with like Baker and Weeksy and those kind of guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's been the same core for about 4 years now, and they're some of my best friends, and I wouldn't want to finish it out with any other group.
Love you, Weeksy. Get better soon, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
See you back on the ice come February, hopefully. Talking to some of the teammates, especially you, Betsy, they said, I was asking, who do you think was the most improved throughout the offseason? A lot of people said you. So what did you kind of do in the offseason to grow the muscles, grow the strength a little bit, and get the confidence going?
So I appreciate that to whoever said that, but I put on about 15 pounds since February.
Jeez.
And yeah, so I was just bulking all summer, working out, going to the gym. So my whole routine was go to work, go to the gym, sleep, repeat all summer. Kind of boring, but definitely just getting stronger helps a lot, helps my shot a lot. And as far as hockey, I mean, I skated once over the summer, so I mean, I don't really know what happened there, but definitely getting stronger contributes to everything in hockey.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
Now you sit pretty much on top of the leaderboard as far as goal totals. You had, I believe, 2 against Flint, Michigan,
Yeah.
and then, of course, the OT winner against Rowan. Kind of walk through the Flint, Michigan game, what you kind of had going for you that way, and then, of course, going into Rowan, a team that, you both have struggled somewhat
Yeah.
against throughout the entirety of your careers, and now you're on top.
Yeah, so I mean, we're only 3 games in, so I don't really have that much of an ego about it, but
Humble guy.
Yeah. But
Very not
in
humble.
Flint, Michigan, pretty much the first game was rough for us. I mean, we were getting our legs under us again. I was on a line with Jackson and Wade, and we actually played really well. We were getting the puck in, offensive zone time, pretty much the entire game, and it was working out. But then the next game, they wanted to try out a lot of the freshmen because, we just started the season. So a bunch of the freshmen came in and played for the second game at Flint. And it was then me, Zach Love, who was on the D1 team years prior, and then Ethan Benkovic. Yeah, I call him Bendy, so it's a lot easier. But me, Bendy, and Love went out there, and I think we played like not even a full minute in our defensive zone. We were just always in the offensive zone, and just had 2 goals. I think we had about 8 2-on-1s that game, and 2 of them went in for me. So definitely, and Bendy had 2 points that game. I know Love had a point. So I don't know. That line has just kind of been clicking. And then in the last game, definitely the same thing. We barely played in our defensive zone, and just we're clicking. That's all I can say. So.
And then someone for you like Max, you've been the Swiss Army knife. You've been moving up the lineup, down the lineup. You can play pretty much anywhere. For your line right now, what do you guys is it starting to click a little bit, or are you still kind of figuring out the bottom roles of who's going where and where you're going to play?
Well, like Betsy said, it's kind of changing all around right now. So I'm on a new line with Jackson and Wade.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
do
solid
too.
line.
I do too. I'm very excited about it. Personally, I'm not a guy who can take the puck end to end or move it very well. To be honest with you, I'm more of a setup guy. But Wade and Jackson, I'm pretty confident in their ability to set up some good plays.
So in the Rowan game, we had Cam McCrory on the microphone. He said, especially you had Betsy, of not hitting the net. And until overtime, he was like, I knew that was going to happen. I'm like, sure, Cam, you definitely knew that was going to happen. But seeing Cam as a commentator, it was a little weird to see it first, especially when he was, crashing your guys' locker room every chance he got.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely weird hearing Cam on the mic and not in the locker room.
We're happy to still have him around. I mean,
Yeah.
Cam's a great dude. We're happy for him. He's taking a little bit extra time to worry about school and other things off the ice.
I got to ask, who won the wrestling match between him and Nick Arkea?
I didn't even see it.
I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said it on air around 10 different
I don't
times.
think we would
So
say. I actually don't remember that, though. So.
Cam definitely lost then.
Yeah.
Or he's feeling really, really high on himself that he
Cam
actually
probably
lost.
Yeah, Nick's the martial arts guru, so we'll leave it to him.
Which leads me to Nick Arkea, graduated, comes back, and is now a coach. Is that a little weird to see? Him on the bench and not in the goal crease?
It's
Yeah.
definitely weird.
Yeah, it is definitely weird. Growing up with him the past couple of years, I mean, he's been a leader on the ice, and now seeing him off the ice on the bench is a little different. You have to maybe talk to him a little differently when you're suggesting things, but he's still the same old Nick.
I feel like it's a good feeling though, like
Yeah.
having a familiar face behind the bench. Like when Nick's behind the bench, suited up, you can kind of talk to him, as a coach, but you still have that friendship with him that you can talk to him like a friend. So I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's a good mix.
Do you have to call him Coach, or do you still call him Nick?
I still call him Arky, but Coach Arky.
Coach Arky.
Yeah. He'll take either.
Yeah.
Cam also mentioned throughout the broadcast, he kept repeating, Coach Norm lifts. Coach Norm lifts.
Norm lifts.
Lifts, like weights. It's something that Coach Norm said to put on the broadcast.
He's a unit. He is.
Coach Norm is
You haven't
Is he
seen
a
those guys?
weightlifter?
He's a weightlifter, apparently. We actually do weight training at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. So
is he the guy?
He's the leader.
Trying to show off putting the most weights on.
Yeah.
He's got the colonial calves for sure.
He's got the build to move some weight. So
behind him, who's the workout warrior that kind of follows suit behind Coach Norm?
Oh man, probably Weeks and Baker.
Probably. I mean, they're in the gym a decent amount. I'd say probably once a day.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's a good amount of guys who like to get into the gym consistently. Betz is one of them. I mean,
me and Max.
As of recently.
Me and Max both hit the gym a lot. So.
Well, we can see on the PIM sheet, especially Max is there. We can hold that true.
I don't know if that goes hand in hand, but
you get that number down.
All of those kind of events correlate to one singular thing.
One thing, yeah.
Off the ice, especially during the time that you weren't on, was it kind of hard not to be able to play, or is it just kind of like relaxing a little bit, maybe to heal a little bit if you're somewhat injured, or just kind of sit back and relax?
I wouldn't call it relaxing. For me, it's I really don't like being off the ice.
Don't say on the ice. Don't
no,
keep
yeah,
on the bench.
I almost gave Coach the green light to scratch me for this weekend. No, I love being on the ice. That was really rough for me, but I really didn't have any doubt that the boys would pull through, and we made it to playoffs, so I was really happy to get back on.
And you got to be back for playoffs too, which was perfect timing.
Perfect timing, yep.
The difference between D1 and D3, Betsy, is it a big difference, or is it kind of similar? Because I know, especially in, you played in third, fourth line role, and then you go to D3 in your first, second line role. Is it kind of like the similar play style, or a little bit different?
So, I mean, if I'm being honest, it's a lot different just because of the the speed, I would say, of decision making is pretty much the factor. Like, guys still have the speed. It's just the quicker pass or quicker shot. That's usually what separates D1 from D3. But honestly, I have had more fun on D3. With the guys. I love the D1 guys. Like, we had a ton of fun off the ice, but obviously playing more on the D3 team, being on the ice more, and just kind of being also able to focus on my school and the activities and stuff that I'm involved in has helped a ton. So overall, I've enjoyed D3. I love D1 as well. So honestly, it's a great program that we have here. So there's no complaints about either. But I would say that's the main difference. But like, the speed is there, the strength is there of the guys. So it's just a little bit of difference. Not anything insane.
Yeah. If I have it correct, you were the person that made the promo flyers for D1 as well.
I did make those. Yeah.
This year, you still doing it for your own team, or is there someone else in there doing that?
No, those flyers took a lot of time to make, so I don't really have that kind of free time anymore. So no, I don't make those anymore.
Talent.
Yeah.
Max, do you have any talent like that? Anything like that you can do?
No, I'm a one-trick horse. I mean, I really don't do it. Don't do anything else other than play hockey mediocrely.
Andrew, you want to go with the reliable
question? In practice, what is your favorite drill to do?
15 and 10, easily.
Oh,
yeah.
It's my least
favorite.
That's
your least favorite?
Yeah, sometimes we skate, dude.
But we usually win.
That's
so
true.
15 and 10 is the defensemen play against the forwards. Forwards go 2-on-0, 2-on-1, 3-on-2. and it's pretty much just trying to score the entire time. So I love it.
Yeah, and if you have to score, 10 goals in 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and if you don't, the
Yes.
offense has to do however many sideboards.
Yeah.
Vice versa, if the defense loses, they have to do sideboards. So sometimes it's not in our favor, sometimes
Yeah.
it's in defense.
Yeah.
In the defense, like when you're doing that drill, who's the favorable matchup that you see and you're like, oh yeah, we're not skating, we're not doing anything, we're getting our 10 goals and that's that.
I don't know. I mean, our D-core is pretty strong this year. Honestly, there's not many people I would want to take on our team. I mean,
Man, yeah, I don't know. Me and Liam have a bit of a rivalry going, but other than that, there's nobody that I see on our team and I'm like, wow, I could definitely score on this one. It's like everybody's pretty solid on our defense, so.
And go around Baker, put one past JB, 10
Yeah,
times out of
yeah.
10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 times I'm going around Baker. No, I'm kidding.
It seems like a constant theme we always pick on Baker.
Yeah,
He's
it's
easy.
fair.
It's easy to
Yeah,
pick
it
on.
he likes it.
Yeah, he
That's why he's a C on his chest.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can take it.
The biggest Taylor Swift stan of all time as well.
Yeah. And Notebook. Don't forget to
And the
that's
Notebook.
interesting.
I love it.
He
That was
plays T
interesting.
Swift in the locker room. Is that something where you put your guys' own headphones in, or are you rocking with
Oh.
Baker?
I'm in it.
I mean, I just kind of sit there, but I watch all the other guys go crazy. I kind of get dialed
Yeah.
in.
Max is in that
Max
charge.
is in the-
It gets me going. I definitely love it.
Who
Yeah.
else is in there with you?
Definitely Weeksy, even though he's not playing this year, he definitely still is in the locker room and still
Yeah.
getting Taylor Swift in his veins. So me, Baker, and Weeksy are definitely
And
the
Long.
trio. Yeah, Long likes to get
Long
into
has
it
joined
too.
in this
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you're watching, it still gets you pumped up. So.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I mean, probably Love Story. I mean,
Okay.
I don't listen to any other Taylor Swift songs, to be honest with you.
You got asked, did you 3 or 4 go to the Taylor Swift concert in
No.
Pittsburgh this year?
Couldn't afford it.
You'll never
If you could afford it, would you
catch
be
me
there?
No.
You wouldn't go.
No.
You
No
can never
chance.
catch me at a Taylor Swift concert.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Especially for like $800. Wait, how much were they?
Pretty freaking expensive.
Weren't they like over
$400.
1,000?
We'll go put that on
Yeah,
Slack.
you'd never catch me there, yeah.
What is your guilty pleasure music? Like if you can say it and you're like, well, it's a little controversial that you're like, all right, maybe I'm a fan of this, but don't wanna
Okay,
put it
listen.
too far out there.
I like lo-fi. All right. Whenever I'm sitting there studying or doing work, I like lo-fi, and some people kind of clown on me for listening to lo-fi while I do work, but it helps me. So
For me, it's the screamo metal.
that's
That gets
crazy.
you pumped up though.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even matter if I'm playing hockey, doing homework. I mean, it gets me in the right mood. So.
Andrew,
Me?
same question. Yep.
Oh, I listen to so much that I don't think there's any guilty pleasure. You can look through my playlist and I have like 10 different genres in there.
That's fair.
We'll go around Peyton.
I don't know. I'd say some good like One Direction or like Big Time Rush. Like throw it back. Like
Big
I
Time
just
Rush.
like throw
Nothing
back.
guilty
Not a
about
bad
that.
thing. Yeah, there's no guilty there.
Why don't these Spanish? I don't know why, but Spanish music gets me going.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like some
yeah.
Bad Bunny or something. I don't know why, but that just gets me really hyped up.
That or Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. I
Did you
like
say
Billy
Spanish
Joel.
music?
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Joel's not
No,
Spanish.
I'm saying I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
you
talking
can tell.
about more guilty
Yeah.
pleasure music that I like. No, I had nothing.
Billy
with
Joel's
that.
I
fantastic.
got two different things going on.
I know where she was going. She was like, I'm still on my topic.
Yeah, sorry.
You had your other question lined up for Max.
I do. How do you properly pronounce your last name?
It's Ermigiotti.
Okay.
Some people say Ermigiotti. Ermigiotti is incorrect also. It's Ermigiotti.
I switch between it every so often because everyone tells me something different.
It's okay. I mean, it's a very hard name to pronounce and sometimes spell.
Even Cam said it wrong like 10 times.
Yeah, it's a
Your
given.
own teammate for 3 seasons.
It's a
even
given. It's a surprising if I hear it right. So.
I've been calling you Ermigiotti for the last 2 years, so I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Besides you, Max, who has the toughest last name on the team that you took forever to figure out?
I still can't figure it out. Bendy.
Ben
I don't-
Dikovic.
Bendakovic, and then
Ben Dikovic.
I call Cosmo, but it's really Komarowski.
Komorowski.
Komarowski. I still,
Yeah.
that one's pretty tough for me. So I'll stick to Cosmo.
Hard not just to say Cosmo, just Cosmo.
Yeah. He knows it by now, so I'm pretty sure he likes it.
Call me.
No, don't call him Call Me. Betz, is it some way just was it Komarowski was your toughest to learn?
No, it was honestly probably.
Probably.
I mean, I didn't even know
Max,
his.
besides
probably
Max,
mine.
I mean,
until right now.
Last year, Matt. Like,
Yeah.
Matt. See, I thought it was Macriola or something.
My freshman year, I didn't. He went up to me. He's like, it's Macariola. Didn't you bring Macariola?
Yeah, I had no idea until right now.
Andrew, your toughest learning. Just listening to us do it. What was your toughest looking through the route, especially since you're doing the game Saturday? You gotta remember this.
I mean, I just jotted down how to say your name so I don't mess that up on Saturday. But there's been so many that I've messed up, especially on other teams, because you don't get to see those teams all the time. So you're going through the rosters one at a time. You're like, I got to figure out this because I only get one chance to say it right, or one chance to say it wrong. So there's been a bunch that I've struggled with on both teams.
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this, but for Cadeyn, the freshman goalie, is it Hirok? How do you say his last name? Or is that something you guys don't
It's
know?
another one. I'm still getting the first names
I think
down.
it's Hirok.
Hirok.
I'm pretty sure it's Hirok.
I'm just looking up the board right now. I'm just trying to figure it out. I know Mike Parzinski, Adam. Is it Shirelli?
Shirelli.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I thought of it like Anthony Shirelli, like Shirelli.
Yeah.
I think.
We'll let him
I'm
clarify
not
that
sure.
sometime.
Whenever he comes on, he can
Yeah.
give us the proper pronunciation. But we're
Yeah.
gonna mess it up for the first couple weeks.
Yeah, it's all right.
Looking through your guys' schedule, is there a team that you were most looking forward to and least looking forward to play?
I mean, least looking forward to probably a game at Ross Draver, and that ice is awful. But,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
most looking forward to probably West Virginia. Just anytime we play them, it's a fun game. It's fast.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard game. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Kent State because weren't they the winners last year? Who won last year?
Cadeyn won
It's
last
Cadeyn,
year.
right?
Was
yeah.
it?
Mhm.
They beat St. Vincent, if I'm not mistaken.
Who did Kent State lose to? Was it Cal U?
I think Cal U beat you guys, right?
Yeah, in first round.
Yeah, and I think that.
Oh yeah.
I think they moved on, and I think interesting to look it up to clarify, but I think Kent was the one.
Yeah, they were the one.
Yeah.
And I think St. Vincent Ilanston, their preliminary to play. Who was the two? It wasn't Duquesne. I can't think of who the two was.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
Kent
regardless,
State.
yeah.
Kent State's the one I'm looking forward to, just because they were the one last year, and I think our team has gotten so much better this year. So curious. That's kind of a test to see really how good we've gotten, and then least.
The playoffs for who was the seeding?
It was Cal won.
Cal was
They beat St. Vincent.
okay. And then who won the round before? Who did they beat?
Cal beat Pitt Johnstown. St.
That's
Vincent beat Kent.
Okay.
That's what I'm least looking forward to is Pitt Johnstown. The trip up to the Cambria War Memorial sucks. Johnstown is just the most depressing place on the planet, I think. So,
Jeez.
I mean, every time we go up there, it's cloudy, it's rainy.
It is true.
And it is just it looks so run down. Sorry, Johnstown. I don't think anybody from Johnstown's watching this, but yeah, I don't like that
Probably
place.
wouldn't disagree.
I don't like that place.
I think the only good thing about the Cambria War Memorial is just Slapshot was filmed there.
Yeah,
and
that's
that could be a
probably-
little bit of sentimental. You're like, all right, at least they had a really cool movie that was here.
I mean, it's a nice rink.
Yeah,
but
the ice ain't bad.
Yeah, just going up there.
It's just
all
the place.
regulation.
I don't like that place.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
The weirdest goal horn that you've experienced in collegiate hockey. Who do you think has it?
Flint, Michigan.
Flint. I was literally thinking
Yeah.
Flint
It's
as soon
so
as you said
annoying.
that.
What
It
is, what
the
is Flint,
worst.
Michigan's?
It's literally just like you're slamming on the loudest car horn you've ever heard.
It's like a semi-truck horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's so
exactly what it
weird.
sounds like. It's terrible.
And they're 2 minutes late with it too.
Yeah, they are.
So you get one of your goals, you score, and you skate back to the bench, and then the goal horn goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful.
They're very they don't have the timing down at all.
I gotta say also, worst broadcasting crew for an away team. Is it Flint, Michigan?
Flint, Michigan.
I was thinking that as well. I was
Yeah.
watching a
Yeah.
little bit of the Friday night game, looking back, trying to see the goals and everything, and they're just awful.
Yeah.
Props to our media team. I think we have
Thanks,
probably
Max.
the best media team in the country. for
Also,
ACHA.
IUP's not very good. They're D1. Johnny knows that one. That IUP screamer.
Oh, yeah.
You heard him
man.
before?
I think I have.
The one that he'll be like, puck off the porch. 4, score! Just no context. But just every 5 seconds he says a different word. It's awful.
That's interesting.
Especially since they took our playoffs from us last year. We were supposed to
Yeah.
be up there for the D1 playoffs. We get a text, 3 hours before we're supposed to leave? And they're like, yeah, IUP said no. Even though they told us for the last 3 weeks we could. Because I wanted our game.
They didn't want to be shown up.
Yeah. Thanks, IUP. For D3 playoffs this year, did they announce where the playoffs would be? And if it was, would it be cool to have it here at Ermigiotti?
It's probably the best spot to have
It would be amazing if it were here. If it was announced, I don't know where it is.
I don't know where it's
Planning on being there, that's for sure.
I think it's more than likely. I think you'd have to lose probably every game from this point forward to be non-eligible. Probably.
Is that true?
I mean, probably. I mean, every team except 2 makes 2, 3
Oh, yeah.
makes it.
Something like that.
Compared to D1 where 1 doesn't make it, so you can pretty much play mediocrity hockey till the playoffs and make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skip the bye.
Yeah. I don't have a worry about making playoffs.
You guys would be. I think you guys would be more than fine. You win
We'll
like
be
3
alright.
games. You guys are good. All right, Johnny. Would you like to head over to the TV? We're gonna walk through the OT winner.
Shall I walk over
Yeah.
there?
Max, you can come up too if you,
Yeah,
if
I'll
you
just
want
watch.
to.
I'll watch from a distance.
I wanted to find a Max school, but there's not many of those available to us.
You could find a hit, maybe.
Maybe. All right, I'll take TV remote. All right, Betsy, you're out here for OT. Of course, that's special for you to be put in this situation. But what are you thinking as soon as you get on the ice here? I'm going to try to find. There you are. Just getting off the ice.
If you want to pause it.
I'm going to stop as soon as you enter.
So, yeah, at that point, like, we made a few trips up and down the ice. I'm gassed. Like, I'm dead tired. I'm just trying to get off the ice, get a shot, get off the ice. And nobody was covering me. So, like, there's 3 guys. Nobody steps up on me. And I took a quick look to the side. You can see it in the video. And I had none of my guys with me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to shoot the puck, get off the ice. And if you're going to play it, he doesn't step up on me at all. So I just try and go through his legs to get a screen off on the goalie. I literally have no idea where the net is. I'm just, like I said, trying to shoot and get off the ice. And I got around the guy and I saw the puck drop down in the net. And I was like, all right, that works. And then I was pretty surprised, not gonna lie.
The celebration, are you going all the way back to JV, or is it just try to beat the bench?
I was trying to I don't even know. I completely dodged Adam. He was standing there waiting for me, and I dodged him. And then I saw all the guys flood off the bench, so I just kept skating backwards. I was trying to get to JV after this, but everybody kept piling on me, so.
Run through the celebration if the TV decides to work. There we go.
So yeah, like.
And then eventually JV's like, I'm just gonna meet you guys out.
Like right there, I'm trying to get out and meet JV. I didn't even know he was in the pile. So.
That was your first career OT winner? Or
Yeah,
you proud?
in college, yeah,
Okay.
for sure, yeah.
Just the celebration, just you blank and you're like, oh my god, I put that in.
I mean, I wasn't like expecting to score, so I was just trying to get off the ice, and then it went in. So I didn't really have the energy to put on a cool celebration.
Max, from the bench, what was your view of Betsy's goal?
Honestly, I was hunched over. I was really tired. I honestly didn't see it, but I was super happy to see that we won the game.
All right, we'll head back over. Thanks. That was very good illustration of your goal. You even put the little Jay Caulfield touch, like, all right, stop here. All right, this is one thing. All right, this moment. Stop there. Yep. It's like you're media trained. You're doing well.
I have to be.
Yeah. I gotta ask you, Betsy. Of course, last week you get called out by 2 of the freshmen. Peyton was behind the camera, and she's like, "John's gonna come on." What is your relationship here with Peyton?
Oh, well, Peyton's she was in PSE, which is a professional business fraternity that I'm the president of. So she was in it last year and her prior years in college. So me and her are good friends. That's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah.
she
Well-
likes to mess with me. She was the PSE mom, so.
Now
So,
you see
yeah.
her as the person that's running your games.
Yeah, it's
pretty
really
much.
interesting. I see her around like in the past week I've seen you like 4 times just walking around campus. So
Whenever I'm
I mean,
out of here, we're passing each other.
yeah, it's sad seeing all of the seniors from last year leave.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen them at all, but I see a friendly face from last year, so it's nice.
Let's get into a couple more fun questions. I think Max is one of the big joke guys in the room. Of course, that's what other people have said throughout the previous episodes, but what kind of pranks go on in the room? Has there been any fun ones? I know the freshmen were a little hesitant to say anything last week, so what's been the fun jokes going on in the room?
I mean, there are classics like putting sock tape on somebody's blade before they go out on the ice, or maybe just putting a water bottle in their stall when they're not looking. Maybe something like that. I mean, there haven't been many pranks yet so far this season. We're still getting comfortable with each other, but that'll for sure be picked up soon.
Yeah.
Betz, you've got to seen a couple between D1 and D3. What's been the best?
Oh man, there's been a few. I actually don't remember much from D1, and there hasn't been many on D3. I mean, we're all pretty grown up, I would say, like respectful for the most part of each other's stuff. But I mean, not a prank, but it is fun seeing Parker get Max fined every week in court. So
No, Max,
that's always a good time.
We gotta ask Max, what'd you do?
What I do?
No, Parker gets Max fined.
Oh, you get
Max fine. So
Oh, I thought you
he
meent
gets
like
the
you got
highest
Max
fine.
fine.
No,
Yeah,
not
okay, what
get
did-
Max fined.
Rephrase. What did Parker do?
Oh, what doesn't he do? He's blocking the air. Like, it gets so hot in there. And last week, he just sits down in front of the fan in the middle of the locker room during our game. Just sits there in front of the fan, and we're all dying. And he's literally blocking the entire thing, like putting it up his back so that he can like get air. And like, dude, what are we doing? So yeah, he got max fined for that. Just shooting pucks when he shouldn't be in practice. He gets fined for everything. It's always a good time.
Leadership role, Parker's.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Max should get an A too. You know, Cosmo had one, Weeksy had one. We should pass down to you.
Yeah, I actually I did get an A this season.
You did?
I did, yeah.
Congratulations.
Surprise A.
Unfortunately,
How's that surprising?
No, I meant surprise A.
Oh, surprise
Like
A.
he just
It
got
was a surprise for me actually, but unfortunately we have guys who are not going to be able to get onto the ice this season. Not taking any job from them or anything, but
Yep.
I'm happy that I can contribute. And there are also guys who are leaders on our team without A's. Betz is one of them.
I was looking at
Nice,
him.
man.
A lot of guys look up to him, not just because he's a good player, but also because he's a good example as a good student here at RMU. So
He's
yeah.
a big academic weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Academic weapon.
Dean's List academic weapon.
Yeah.
Goal scorer, OT hero. If we have the graphic,
He does
says
it all.
OT hero at the bottom, and it says for Max 27 helmets.
I got to get on the score sheet somehow. You know,
You
get
will.
your name out there.
You have to.
You will. You had. Oh man.
How many chances did you
I
have?
had
I
it.
swear against Rowan, you got a
We
couple.
had one last game.
As long as we win, it's all good. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Team player.
Sure.
I don't care.
Playing with Jackson and Wade, you gotta feel it's gonna get you something.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially those two speed demons who are involved in literally everything on the ice.
I mean, I think Jackson will tell you, he's not much of a speed demon, but he is a great puck handler. I think he'll be able to set up some great plays. Wade, on the other hand, he'll definitely be throwing the body around, using his
throws
speed.
the body,
He
man.
does.
They both had some crazy stuff going on in that
Yeah,
Rowan game.
yeah, and Jackson scored last game too, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
I mean, they're great. They're having great starts of the season. So
Yeah.
The mullet counter at the moment is Jackson 1, Wade 0. Of course, Jackson lost the bet at the end of last season, had to grow it out. Right now, is the bet still going on, or did I put that into existence for those two?
I think he just started again, maybe.
I think so.
You're welcome, guys.
After his goal, I think they were talking about it, but
We
They should
immediately
probably
said something on the
start a goal
broadcast.
race. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're so similar. I mean, it'd be funny to watch them go at it, goal for goal.
Who's your
They are.
pick? If it's a mid-season, who do you have on top? End of season, who do you have on top?
that's a great question.
This is a good question, honestly. Mid-season, probably Jackson. At the end, probably Wade. But it's gonna be close by a goal or two. You know.
That's the thing. It's gonna be
It's
real
gonna be neck
real
and neck.
close.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Jackson's already up 1-0, so I'm going Jackson mid, Jackson end. Sorry, Wade.
Oh, poor guy.
Wade, you're going to tuck a few, but I don't know. Jackson just gets, like, some squeaky goals that, like, last game, just low
Yeah.
on the ice, just squeaks
that
in.
puck never left.
Yeah,
It just,
no,
the
it
goalie
didn't.
just opened
Yeah.
it, just right in.
That's what Jackson does, but Wade can score too, so.
It was right after
See
they
what
came on the
happens.
pod. Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the bet started again then, and Wade had to score as many goals as Jackson had all season or
I
something.
thought Wade just had to score one.
He had to score 1 and the mullet was coming out. And then Wade scored like 4. So he just completely blew it out of the water. And it was the next game, if I'm staying corrected.
I believe. I think it was next weekend. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally spoke it into existence, and Jackson's like, And then his mom comes up to me after the game and goes, "Why did Jackson say that on the podcast?" And I'm like, you can't control what your son says, but
No.
he used to grow a mullet, and his girlfriend's next to him and crying, like, he used to grow a mullet for prom. She's pissed. One of the best moments we've had on here for sure.
Yeah.
I love those too. But the other one of that group, Sam Palmer,
Sam.
2 goals.
Big
Didn't
Sam.
have any all last season.
times.
I think it's 2.
Oh,
Not even
man.
lucky goals. These were the one was a snipe from the top of the blue line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was on the ice for his first one, and
Yeah.
I have no idea how that went in. Like, physics don't add up for that one because it hit off of a guy's stick. Like, he was off the point, hit a guy's stick,
Yeah.
flew way up in the air, twirling in the air, and like landed and went bar down
Mhm.
somehow.
Crazy.
I have no idea, but yeah, the other one was a good shot. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a solid player, and like a lot of us, he puts a lot of work outside of the rink. He is always in the gym. He is
Yeah, he is.
always working on his game.
How do we forget about him?
I know.
Poor Scan.
Yeah,
Workout
he's a beast.
warrior.
He's a
Sam's
beast.
probably in the gym more than everybody.
Yeah, he's probably doing 2-a-days as we speak.
Yeah.
He's definitely in there getting some work in.
Yeah.
He's the quad father for sure. He
Absolutely.
always does legs.
Yeah.
Besides yourself, Max, this weekend between both the Case Western game and the Cal U game, which veteran do you want to see get on the scoreboard, and which rookie is going to get on the scoreboard?
I definitely want to see my boy Brian Baker, that one. His last year, my last year, I would definitely want to see him getting on the point sheet every once in a while. As for a rookie, I'm gonna pick 2. I like the chances of Joey LaQuatra. I know he had one in, I think, last weekend also.
Yeah, the Rowan game.
Yeah.
He's a very solid player, and I'm really excited to see how he develops as a player here. And I want to see Zane Martin get on the score sheet sometime soon. He's got to get that monkey off his back, and I think he can do it.
I haven't seen him
I
play
agree.
it. What's Zane's kind of play style? Is he more of a physical guy, or is he more of a speed skill?
He's all around a good player. I mean, he's a very fast kid. Not the tallest kid in the world, but he makes up for it with his strength. And he's got a good shot for a smaller kid. So.
Still weighs the body a lot.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. He's not afraid to hit you, and I think that's a great quality to have, especially in this league.
Betsy, same question goes for you, veteran and a rookie. Who's due this weekend?
Oh man, who's due? Oh my gosh, can I say both of my line mates?
can say
Does
both.
Love count as a bet?
By
Technicality, yes.
Okay, then I want to see Love get on the board. Like, they've had points, but I want to see him score, and I want to see Bendy score.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both of them can easily score, so.
Is it weird, especially you being on a line with Zach Love, and you look over and you see 24, and you still think it's Cam? Or do you feel like that kid is way quicker than Cam? That is not him.
Cam has an entirely different look than Love does,
Yeah.
so not once
Yeah.
have I actually thought about that.
Cam's a
until you
righty
just
too.
brought it
Yeah,
up.
different.
Cam's a righty. He's taller, like
Hairier.
has hair. Yeah, I can see his stash through
Yeah,
his helmet.
yeah.
But
Cam-
Love is a lefty and smaller and scoots up the ice.
We were talking off air, and Cam's like, I wonder how many people actually think that's me out there. And I'm like, I don't know if many people do.
Cam had the
Sorry,
bubble,
Cam.
and he always had a little
Yeah,
bit
he
of his
has a
afro
bubble.
coming out of the.
Is there any players with other numbers from last year that you look at and you kind of get confused thinking there's somebody else yet? Or is
Yeah,
Bendy
Bendy
and
and
Connolly.
Connolly.
That's the one that I
Bendy
was
and
thinking of.
Connolly. Like, they're almost the same size, I think. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's, and they're both righty, so it's really like, oh my gosh, is that Connolly? No, that's Bendy. Bendy confuses me, honestly.
Are either of you superstitious guys? And if not, who has the weirdest superstition in the room?
I have a routine that I like to follow. I'm not superstitious. Like, if I don't do it, it's not going to affect me. I'm going to play bad either way. But I'd say my roommate, Tyler Weekly, with his hockey stick, he always has to have it in a certain position and away from others. I think it's weird, but it works for him.
Yeah, it works.
I mean, I'm a little superstitious. I mean, as far as like, so we do this thing before games called chapel, and it's just a prayer before the game. So the first game in Flint, Michigan, we forgot to do it. We lost. Didn't have a good game. And then the next game we did it. We won. I had 2 goals. And then we did it again against Rowan. And every person in the prayer circle scored a goal. Everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was something. That was pretty cool.
That's actually a lie. I was in that prayer circle. I had an assist.
I'm
So
sorry.
you could say point.
You were on the point.
Everybody
Well,
had a
actually,
point.
Joey was not in the prayer circle, but he told me after the game that he completely missed it and prayed on his own, so
There you
I'm
go.
counting him.
Attaboy.
Joey's definitely in it.
Yeah.
He's technicality.
So
He's in there.
yeah, he's in. So every person scored, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know if that's superstition, but that's something I've noticed that
That's a new superstition.
do before
I guess.
every
Yeah, new
game.
tradition. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But Burn on D1, he every time he tapes his stick, he can't let it touch the floor before he goes on the ice. So I don't know.
He's
He
one of the-
retapes it if it touches the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
He's one of the most snake-bitten players I've ever seen in my life. Honestly,
What does that mean?
he just you can't. Every time he has a chance, he always something happens.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
the glue makes a ridiculous save, or a defenseman somehow gets in the lane. I don't think I've ever seen him score a goal on home ice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But he's had probably, I don't know, 30-plus chances.
He had a goal my freshman year on home ice.
I just think that's the only one I've ever seen out of him.
Hmm.
Honestly, great kid, great player, but I've never seen him a kid so snake bitten
Yeah.
at all. Is there a player on the team that has been a little snake bitten? Max, you can say yourself for this one if you want to.
If I can't say myself, I'd probably say Luffer. Luffer definitely could net some more goals if it were more opportune for him.
Yeah. I mean, we're only 3 games in, so I can't really
You can include last year as well.
Okay, so from last year, oh man, has Baker had one?
He had one
He had
goal
a
last
couple.
year, I
Or
think.
Long doesn't really get chances though.
He had a
Like,
couple
no.
against Rowan, like a couple good, just like on net
actually he
chances.
does, yeah. On the power play.
Yeah.
He that's pretty much the only time I feel like he gets to shoot. He's more of like a defensive guy.
Yeah, he's a good shutdown defenseman. He really is.
Lockdown.
Yeah, he is. He's one of our best for sure.
And he had the unfortunate of coming on the podcast with Parker, so we didn't get to talk to him too much.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Just kind of sat there and was like, "Yep." What's the question again? Yep.
I feel like Rose hasn't got one in a while.
Yeah.
I feel like
well,
Rose
Yeah,
is
he's-
kind of snake bitten, you know.
He's coming off an injury.
I know
It's,
his
it's
knee.
coming.
Yeah.
His knee's been bothering him, but
Yeah.
he'll get one.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna ask about Nudie. Obviously out against Rowan. What's his status for this week?
I'm
think
pretty
he's
sure he's
playing,
playing. Yeah, he had an issue with his groin, but it was smart for him to take the weekend off just to recoup, and he actually took some really good pictures for us. And
He did.
Yeah,
he did
took
a really good job.
He did. He did a really nice job.
think-
So same for Weeks.
The Wade one was probably one of my favorites. The one with the hit.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah, he must have liked me that day. I had quite a few.
Couple pictures. If I'm not mistaken, Weeksy is doing like an in the room type of video
Yeah.
for you guys this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of content have you fed him so far that is, kind of top tier fun footage?
You got anything?
Well, I mean, we have to hide some of the obvious stuff, but I mean, he's definitely getting some of the things you do not see if you just come and watch our games. You'll see some of the more fun that we have on and off the ice. He's really good at doing that kind of stuff, and we're happy to have him, being around, not being due to his circumstances. We're happy to have him around.
Yeah, it's good to see him
Yeah.
still being around the rink, being active, being
Exactly.
involved.
Yeah.
And then at some point during the season, he will come on a broadcast as well to be
Yeah.
a color commentator. I don't know if he told you guys that or not, but He will be on it at some point.
All
to
right,
call
That's
it
good to
in.
hear. That's good to
Can't wait
hear.
for that.
He talks. He's very good in front of the camera. I'll say
Okay.
that. So he's
He should
really
be.
excited.
Yeah.
He's a camera
Sometimes behind the camera, sometimes in front of him.
guy.
Mhm.
Him and then of course Cosmo will get an appearance at some point.
Yeah.
Probably when he's out of the giant sling.
The poor man. He's at home right now.
Get better, Cosmo.
Yeah, get better, buddy.
Get better, buddy.
Soccer injuries.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You give him a little bit of heat about
No, I gave him heat.
soccer
Yeah.
injury and not playing hockey at all.
Just a bit.
Yeah, I gave him some heat.
I gave my roommate some crap because he's the captain of the soccer team, and I thought he would take care of my hockey teammates a little better.
Of course, it didn't work.
No,
Didn't
no.
work.
Yeah.
Cosmo said a little bit of a rumor that he might retire and just call it quits when he comes back full strength. I don't know if I was allowed to say that. I'm sorry, Cosmo, but
I hope
you
not.
guys got to do some
I don't
convincing
know.
with him.
I don't think he will. I think he'll play next year.
I
I think
have a
he's
feeling
just
he will.
worried that I think he's just worried that missing a whole year, he's going to be behind the curve, but he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Exactly.
One
So,
more year. One
well,
more year.
He'll play. He'll play. I'll get him to play. Don't worry. He told me in the last game he was missing it watching us, so
Oh,
that's a good sign.
he'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got two more questions for you guys. One will be a skills competition. Fastest skater, hardest shot, most accurate shooter on your team.
You go for it.
Most accurate shooter. That's a tough one. We missed the net quite a bit. Probably Nudie, honestly.
Betsy.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I mean, I was gonna put him for probably like a skills competition, maybe like the breakaway.
Breakaway.
A breakaway challenge. Betsy definitely. Fastest skater, probably Bendy.
It's quick.
Ethan Bendy. He's really quick.
Bendicovic.
Yeah, Bendicovic. Sorry, buddy.
Hardest shot.
Yeah, who's hardest?
Probably Parker. He can hammer a one-timer. I think so.
Listen, I feel like you got to hit the net, though. Sorry, Parker.
He does hit the net. They just get saved.
Jim's just a little better.
I don't know, man. Hardest shot, or I'll do fastest skater. Let me look at the board here.
It always helps having all the names.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
does. It does.
Just receive a rundown of everybody.
Fastest skater. I have no idea. I haven't thought about that. I mean, yeah, Bendy's
fast.
Bendy's pretty fast.
You should line me a little love.
Yeah, Love is fast
Yeah.
too. I feel like yeah.
You get two of
Either
the
Love or
quickest
Bendy.
teammates.
Yeah. It's a lethal line. Anyways, the hardest shot. Gosh. Who besides
I say Jonesy's a pretty hard shot. I'm just gonna be accurate.
I haven't seen Jones' shots.
Jonesy's a pass-first type
Yeah,
of guy.
I've never seen him shoot actually.
I want to see him shoot.
So do I.
Honestly, I think I feel like Luff can definitely load one up
Yeah.
if he. But I never see him shoot either.
Yeah, it's true.
These guys just shoot more. Come on.
Yeah,
You're an
I
A
never
now.
seen
You
him shoot.
gotta take control of these people.
Luff's got an 8 too. He's got to
Yeah.
tell himself.
I mean, you have more of a priority. You can be like, hey, go shoot the puck. Come on.
Yeah.
I feel
Should
like
be in top line.
I feel like Love could also have one of the harder shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'd for accurate. Jeez, these are tough questions, man.
They are.
Most
I'm not trying to
accurate
make it tough.
shooter. I want to say like Rose or somebody, but I don't see Rose as a playmaker. He's not a
Yeah.
he's not a
A
shooter.
lot of playmakers on our team.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of shooters.
You can use yourself.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would use myself, but I'm not that good. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, Parker.
No, yeah.
Humble Betsy.
I'll give most accurate to Parker. Yeah,
Good guy.
I'll give
Good
it to
guy.
Parker. I think Parker deserves one of those. So.
He does
Yeah.
shoot pretty hard and accurate,
Yeah, he
I
does.
will say.
Most of the time.
Well, wait, why would I? No, hardest shot with Parker, accurate with Love.
That's fair.
Yeah, accurate does not belong to Parker. Sorry again, Parker.
No fines coming. Fines against him. Not against
There's going to
you
be
guys.
fines against Betz, I can tell already.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me.
Just take the max bet. Call it a day.
Fine with that.
So you guys have been looking at the board a lot. So you guys get to pick the next two teammates to come on.
You want to say it?
You guys
Oh,
going with?
do we agree on that?
I think so.
All right, we got Gunner and we got Newton.
Yep.
So Newton, you better not Dodgers.
No, you're coming.
Again.
You're going to be here.
Because every time I ask him, he's always busy, and he's like, I'm not driving up there. And I was like, no, we'll figure something out. We have to. And then for Gunner, deck hockey legend, Gunner Fulton.
Yes. Ask him about his tattoos. He's got plenty.
The new leg tattoo?
It's a whole sleeve
Yeah.
now.
I like it. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mess with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Gunner and Newts can't hide. Coming on next
No, yeah.
no, next week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know, sure. What's your guys' schedule next week? For do you have home game or is it on the road?
I don't know. I think
We have both on the road.
Oh,
yeah, I
Peyton's
think we're
gonna
playing Duquesne next. I think that's
In Kent State.
yeah.
Is it away?
Yeah.
Duke and Kent.
Duquesne is at Alpha.
Cal U is at Cal U the 16th,
Yeah, it's
and
a
then
Monday.
Duquesne is at Duquesne on
Yeah.
the 20th, and then
Yep.
Kent State's the 21st.
Yep.
You guys
Here.
got here.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, Kent State's here.
Mhm.
You guys had a
That's nice.
fun couple. We have 4 games in 7 days. Pretty
In the
much.
clear at
Yeah.
the arena too.
Good, because those
Oh, we're-
games against Kent are fun.
They are fun.
Especially, I think it was it last year? Was the spray job by Weeksy on Kent?
Yes. Yeah, I was on the
Oh,
ice for
man.
that.
Yep.
I remember
Oh,
that.
man.
We
That
got
was our
on.
line.
We got on
Yeah,
Acha's
it
show for
was.
that.
It was.
Was it Acha's show or Hockey House that we got on for that? And
It-
people were calling it the
Oh.
camera quality awful because someone screen recorded it like
Yeah, like 3
crappiest
times.
job possibly. Who's filming this on a toaster? I'm like, well, the person that recorded it has like an iPhone 3 trying to record this.
I can't
Thanks,
believe Weeks
guys.
did that. Why would he spray the goalie that hard?
I could ask the same thing for Parker against
I was
Rowan.
gonna say we did fine.
Oh, I was on the ice for that. I was, wow.
Were you in the pile for that?
There
No,
always-
I
I
was
gonna
just.
say, I don't remember you in the pile.
Listen, he goes down, he rips a shot, and then the goalie obviously has it saved.
He's out of his
obviously,
crease.
Yeah,
Like-
obviously has
Yeah.
it saved. Parker makes the effort to go around the defenseman and spray the goalie, and then as soon as he did that, the pile just went on him, and I just stood there and watched because I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of deserve it at that point.
Yeah,
I
there are
mean,
less
you
obvious
can't-
ways you can
just-
go about doing that.
You can't just go spray
Parker
him
one
like
was
that,
just
man.
the Weeksy one. Like I can kind of see he tried to stop, but he also thinking back was like, okay, I'm gonna spray him.
Yeah, yeah,
We love Parker though. He's a character.
yeah.
Coming off the ice, he kind of like looked. He looked up at me and was like, I'm like, what do you mean? Do you know what you did? I just hope no spray jobs against Case. They seem like a good team. I think.
Yeah.
Rowan, you guys have had some bad blood. That's understandable, I guess.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
got to stay out of the box and make sure everybody stays healthy too.
Our play looks good. I'll
Mhm.
say that too.
Yeah.
You guys look really good there.
I think so. I think we've got 2 solid units so far. There has to be some tweaking, but
Definitely.
yeah, I think so far we have pretty good start.
Yeah. Cheers to more John Betz overtime winners and power play goals, and cheers to Max finally putting one on the back of the net, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Ermigiotti. Remember that, everybody. Ermigiotti, you got it? Ermigiotti, say it
I
back.
got it.
Say it back.
Ermigiotti.
Ermigiotti.
Ermigiotti. Bendakovic.
Bendakovic.
Thank you. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
And then Cadeyn. Sorry, Cadeyn. I don't know yet.
Hirak.
We'll figure
I don't
it out
know.
eventually.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Nudie, Gunner, you guys are next. But Max, John, thanks so much for coming on, guys.
Thanks for
hopefully
having
us.
We'll see you get a couple goals here against Case and Cal U, hopefully, and get a couple big points and divisional points too against Cal U and
Yep.
some Case.
Plan.
So best of luck to you
Yeah.
guys, and thanks for coming on finally.
Thanks.
for having
Finally.
us. Yeah, it was awesome.
We're gonna take a quick intermission. We'll have 2 of the D1 freshmen coming on next. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Club Hockey Live. I have 2 members of the Division I men's club team with us here today. The transfer from Stevenson, Anthony Chiaramonte, and the freshman, fresh off his first career goal last weekend against Buffalo, Sean Patton. Boys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This weekend, Thursday, you're going to West Virginia. Friday, home against George Mason. Anthony, you probably saw a little bit of West Virginia last season,
Yep.
watching from afar. Sean, maybe a little bit, but what have you kind of seen with West Virginia, how they play, and a little bit of that rivalry that Army and West Virginia kind of have?
I got this one. So, well, I know I have a couple of buddies on the team. I've been talking to them over the past couple of weeks. They're excited for the game. They're gonna come physical. That's like their biggest thing against us. So we gotta hit them right back. They're gonna come out the gate. They already said they're just gonna be super strong, super fast. So we just gotta combat that and come at them hard.
Probably one of the worst goal horns in the ACHA
Yeah.
as well. It was like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a, Andrew, have you heard theirs before? It is pretty, it is awful.
I've never heard it. So
It is, you're in for a treat. It's just
Okay.
loud and obnoxious.
hopefully they don't score. So
Yeah.
it's
That's the
Won't
goal.
have to hear it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. But George Mason, I know a team that I don't think RMU's played in quite some time, but anything that you kind of saw from them, I don't know if you guys watch film on them, if they have any. They seem like their goalies are pretty strong.
Yeah.
Looking at statistics.
No, I haven't seen much, honestly, and sometimes, I mean, I asked a few around about West Virginia and how their gameplay is and their style, but I haven't really heard much from George Mason as far as how they play or their style, or any players that are kind of very noticeable on the ice or anything like that. So it's kind of just going in kind of blind, especially for the freshmen. I don't know much, but maybe for some of the existing players, it might be a little bit easier for them. But right now, I don't know really much at all about them.
It's more the divisional teams. You get a
Yeah.
lot more
Yeah.
insight, especially teams like West Virginia,
Mhm.
Mercier, so there's a very fun history with
Yeah.
Kent, those kind of teams.
Yeah.
The first divisional games always feels like one of the hardest because it's just a different change of play. You've had a couple tough games with Canisius, Syracuse, Buffalo.
Mhm.
They're hard physical teams, but it seems like as soon as you get into divisional play, it gets a little rougher. I'm pretty sure you're a little familiar just in previous play. Is that kind of the case?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say it's obviously you're fighting for a spot in your conference, so it's obviously you're gonna be coming out super strong. Obviously at every game you're gonna want to win, but it's just conference games you're like, this really matters. So it's kind of just a mental thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's from these non-conference games. It's kind of just a look about how our team's going to play throughout the season and kind of just to get ready. So I think we're pretty prepared, and I think our non-conference games have gone pretty smoothly. And I think we've seen areas where we struggle in, and I know that we are working on fixing those areas. And we're also very strong in areas that I'm very proud in. But yeah, it's just kind of a look. The non-conference games at the beginning of the season is just kind of a look at the style of play and how well we're going to play together in our areas that we need to work on and everything like that. So, and I think we're ready and definitely going to give it to West Virginia for sure.
Yep.
4-2 through 6 games, non-conference, really good, really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy with the performance.
Mhm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit in time here, Sean. I'm gonna start with you. Your youth career, what got you into the game of hockey, and what led for you to come here to RMU?
Yeah, so I started more on the eastern side of PA. I'm from Temple. It's like a small city over in Reading, and played for a team, I don't know, Mites, and played around that area for a couple of years. And I jumped around 4 or 5 teams, played in Lehigh Valley, and then played for a team in Hershey, Palmyra, that I have been for 5 or 6 years maybe. That was my big development area, where I developed the most at and kind of took things a bit more seriously. The organization there their development process really helped me, and I just became a very, very well-rounded player there, especially with the environment and the players that I played with. Definitely took a toll on how my hockey career was going to look. Yeah, I mean, RMU, some of my family's from out here, and I kind of was looking for a lot of good teams out here and picking, and I reached out to Coach Joseph a few times over the summer and honestly asked him where the best options were to get myself out there and to get noticed, and he offered me to come to one of the skates over the summer, and I went to a few of them, and it was nice, and then to get my feet back underneath me and to get ready and see kind of what he was like and what he expected, and he invited me to the tryouts, and I came to the tryouts, and I put forth my best effort, and I think I did very well, and definitely was good that I reached out because I knew what he was looking for, and I was able to incorporate that into my tryouts and really get myself known on the ice.
Tony, a little bit similar. I know you're more of a hometown boy.
Yeah. So I'm from Pittsburgh. I went to Pine Ridge in high school, so obviously grew up around the area. I always knew. RMU's always been a good hockey team. I really actually didn't know much about the club. I mean, growing up, it was always the NCAA team was always a thing. So originally, I decided to go to Stevenson. We all know that. So went there. I love the guys down there. But in this losing team, we went not a good record. I don't even remember. I tried to get out of memory what the record was, but it wasn't winning. So decided it's time for a change. So I reached out to Coach Joseph. I was like, I think it's time to come home. He offered me to come skate with the team halfway through the season. So did that. he was gonna actually offer me a roster spot last season, and I ended up joining the Marines. Yeah, so I went there for 8 months. Yeah, that was definitely a struggle. So I was there from February all the way up until beginning of September. So I didn't skate that entire 8 months. Obviously, I was talking to him during that time, and he still said very, very pleased to have you, and like you're more than welcome to come back. So, luckily he allowed me to come play for him this season, and never look back. Honestly, it's been a great experience so far. I'm excited for the next 4 years here. Really good team.
Starting fresh, brand new team, and
Yep.
yeah, for you, and then also someone we talked about before the show, Carter Scholes, who was also with you at Stevenson, same boat from Pittsburgh, went to Stevenson, stayed until about November, December, and also elected to come home. Was that something that you guys both agreed on, or is it just kind of coincidental?
Yeah, well, we were roommates, so we kind of we talked about it. He was on the D3 team there, I was on the T2 team. We both weren't happy. So we kind of just came to the conclusion, we came here together, we're gonna leave together. There was a bunch of other guys that had the same decision, so it was kind of unanimous. We just we had to go. So yeah, we both went together.
Now eventually you guys are gonna square off each other in about
Yeah.
a couple weeks time, which is it gonna be a little weird just to see one of person you kind of grown up with, was on the same team with, and now you're gonna play against each other.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played against them. I've always, summer teams, during the season, I've always played with them for, since I was 4 years old, 5 years old. So it'd be fun though. I'm excited to, go beat Duquesne.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I gotta show it to them. So that'll be fun.
Sean, I'm going to go over to you for this one. The first game of the season, Blake Logis is out of the lineup. David Zerner drops back to D, and you're put on a top 6 role with Garrett Walker and Alejandro Apud.
Mm-hmm.
What was kind of your emotions, your first game with the D1 club, and you're put in this, big role, and you show and had a game like you did. I know it wasn't, I think you had an assist, I believe, in the first game, but the skating, you made yourself known.
No, yeah. I think that was my main goal, really. Seeing that I was placed that high, and especially how hard I worked, I think I deserved that. But it was definitely an opportunity to really prove myself and show that I can play at that type of level. And going in, obviously I was a little blind because I wasn't really sure what to expect. But I was going to give my best effort and see how it went. And I think I was very successful, and I was happy with how I played. And playing with them, I think is great. Their chemistry together is like a next level, like a brotherhood. So it was nice seeing that they're on the same page always, and I think I was just looking to kind of feed off of that and really kind of use that and create opportunities on the ice, considering that they have that such strong bond.
You can't see Garrett without seeing Alejandro. I swear.
Exactly.
Yeah. You'd just be walking outside, you see Garrett, there's Alejandro right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Always, no matter what. Now for you two, you're pretty much on the same line with each other now. Anthony, it probably took you a little bit longer to get back into the swing of things with hockey, but now both of you line mates, what's it like to play with each other along with the veterans of Rob Byrne and Connor Moran?
Good.
Well, I don't know what the lineup's gonna be for tomorrow, but I love playing with Byrne and Moran. So just coming back into hockey, obviously it's been tough. Yeah, those guys really helped me. Playing online with them, it's been good. We've had good chemistry already. We've only been playing together for 3-4 weeks now.
Exactly, yeah.
We're already seeing a big improvement in our chemistry. So it's only a matter of time before we start putting up a lot of points.
Looks like it's already starting to bleed through. Connor got a goal short-handed, and then Sean.
Big PK from us, yeah.
And Sean, first career goal.
Yeah. It was great, especially because I feel like a lot of my hard work and the opportunities that we didn't always capitalize on kind of paid off, and I finally got one, and it was great because having that chemistry on that line and really showing that we can work together very well, and then the opportunities eventually capitalized, and it felt good.
Since we don't have the video, can you walk us through the goal? What kind of transpired prior and then afterwards? What was going through your mind? What was the celebration, if there was any?
Yeah, no, it was me and Garrett ended up going into the zone 2-on-2 against a D, and I think Garrett's zone entry is top tier. He knows exactly what he's doing, no matter if we're if we're odd men going in. He knows how to find time and space and stay calm, especially given the fact he was both D kind of jumped up on him And I found the opportunity to find time and space and get through the D, and be either a tip or a passing option. And he ended up, it was kind of a shot pass, wasn't 100% sure what he was going to do, but I ended up getting my stick on it in front of the net after he shot it from like about the top of the circles, and it went right through his 5-hole, and it was nice. Just given the fact that, I mean, like I said, the opportunities that we were getting kind of capitalized finally, and it paid off. It was nice.
You celebrating a little bit in your
Yeah,
head
I mean,
there?
it was definitely, it was just a real experience. Like I said, we weren't sure 100% because Garrett was like, he wasn't sure if it was his or if I got a stick on it, but yeah, I mean, it was, like I said, it felt good, and I was finally able to put a goal on the stat sheet. So yeah, felt great.
Congratulations.
Thank
of course,
you.
like I said prior, why couldn't you just save it for home?
I know. It was like the wrong time and place, but
You're
Still a goal.
yeah.
You're looking down like the freshman sheet, you're gonna be like the only one that has one on the road.
Yeah, I know. So, but it's yeah, I was like I said, I was happy that everything kind of worked out the way I wanted it to, and just keep going from there.
The friendship that you kind of built with guys like Garrett and Allie and Colburn, we've seen a lot. Garrett talks very highly, both of you as friends and all that. What's it like just having people, both of you coming in together along with Colburn, and then seeing the veterans kind of take that leadership role with you guys?
Good.
I mean, it's definitely nice. It's always good to have those bonds on teams. Seeing each other every day, just build team chemistry. And those guys, Colburn, Garrett, Allie, they're great dudes. Exciting to hang out with. We're always doing something, whether it's going to the gym, playing poker. It's just those memories you're never gonna forget, and it definitely helps our performance on the ice.
Yeah.
So
Who's the best at poker? I gotta ask that.
I mean, definitely not Patty.
No.
Colburn, he's I'm not gonna go into how much money he's down. So I think between me, Garrett, and Al, we're pretty even. Sean has yet to come to a poker night.
Yeah, I came over the last weekend in Buffalo.
He did.
Just to come and play a little bit, but it wasn't anything serious.
Yeah.
But no, I think I mean there's tons of stories with poker night with these guys. It's kind of hilarious and everything that comes up, and it's funny to hear about. But
yeah, I'm innocent, and if anyone's watching the podcast, pocket tens was a mistake. Okay, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
But yeah, I mean the guys. I mean you kind of feel like when they're welcoming, and it feels good because you have that bond, and you don't feel like you're ever singled out, and everything is done the way it's supposed to. And I enjoyed that a lot. You don't really know what to expect from some people, and when you find out and you see that they're kind of welcoming, and you feel like you're in the right place, and you don't have to worry about people having something to say or anything like that. It's great. I think that's the biggest plus that I see in a lot of these guys is they're very welcoming, and I feel like I have a place here.
Just a great group of guys.
Definitely.
All around, always.
From freshmen up to the seniors, everyone's welcome.
Yeah.
Everyone's it's awesome.
Speaking of you being the underclassmen, I don't know if you had yours with Stevenson or with Army. What was your welcome to college hockey moment?
I mean, we talk about in terms of actual hockey.
Just was it a big hit? Was it the first practice? What was the one that you're like, oh crap?
Well,
this is different.
So I laid out in training camp. That was the first by one of the biggest dudes. He ended up being my line mate. I had my head down coming in 2-on-1. He's coming to the back checker actually, and I turn around to go make a little loop, and I just get laid out, and I'm like, yeah, this is college hockey.
Yeah, this is it.
And he ended up giving me I had 2 goals my first night from him, 2 assists. So.
Where it turns into someone that gives you a little welcome. You're like, hey kid,
yeah,
you're my line mate.
Yeah, there we go.
Sean, would you have yours yet? I should say.
I think it's honestly just the overall fast pace of the game. Coming to that, like I said, I wasn't really sure what to expect really. From practices, I mean, the coaching is a bit differently, which is great. And I have had no problems with it at all. And they really push us hard to be at our max potential all the time, and expect the best out of us. But I think it was just more of the pace of the game. It was a bit different. Wasn't terrible to kind of pick up on, but I think that was what I was really kind of thinking about a lot before my first game against Canisius was just the fact of what is this? How fast I'm gonna have to play? You know, how fast I'm gonna have to move or look up or make sure that I'm doing things at the right speed. I think that was kind of my wake up of what college hockey really is.
Interesting little stories between the both of you. One's more physical, one's more just like mental
Yeah.
of the way things roll. At Stevens and Tony, did they have broadcast for your guys' game? And if they did, what was the worst commentary crew that you had to go back and listen through?
They did. A lot of the times it was his name was Evan, sorry, not Evan. Connor Wachowski. He was on D3. He commentated some of our games, and it was just he talked a million miles per hour, and you could never keep up with him. So like going back on the film, we'd watch on YouTube, and he's just like here. Like it's so confusing. I'm just like we had to mute it every time we went to go back and watch film because we couldn't concentrate on the actual film.
I really hope you guys don't mute us.
No, we haven't actually we haven't had a team film session yet, but
Mike, come on.
I mean, yeah, we went back to watch.
we watched on
that.
personal,
Yeah.
but not team yet.
Mm-mm.
Come on, Mike. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sean, I don't know if did they have anything for Palmer? Did they have high school like for traveling or visiting or?
No, not really. There wasn't. I played. Club hockey. I never played high school hockey because out towards my way, high school hockey wasn't really big.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a development process at all. There was really nothing I was going to gain out of it. And also the fact, it was just kind of a scholastic play for fun. And the chances of getting hurt in that, and then also, wasting the money that you played for club was just the chances were too high. So I never really kind of worried about that. A lot of the guys on my club team really out towards Hershey, they played for high school teams because it was a bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And they played for, the Bears Cup and the Flyers Cup, and it was a real big competition, and it was a great environment out there. But out towards my way, I really didn't worry about that. But as far as AAA goes, there really wasn't. Our teams never made it to anything past playoffs. We made it to districts a few times, but it wasn't really anything big enough to be recorded. So no, I've actually never played in the environment where it's been recorded like it is now, and we have commentators. And it's a cool experience. It's different, and I enjoy it. I feel like I've grown up and everything, so I think it's cool.
Professional.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Yeah.
It's professional.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but I believe it was Sal came on here and he played for a travel team along with his high school team, and he got suspended for a month for something he didn't do. Was it Sal?
I think it was.
Yeah. If he kicked a player or supposedly kicked a player, and then they went to court for it, and the referee and the person that owned the rink wouldn't give up the footage, so they wasted a month of his high school hockey.
Yeah, I think the rules at AAA hockey and club hockey was definitely very strict.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the years that I played, it kind of got worse and worse with everything. As far as watching what you say, there was games that I played before in club hockey that if you swore you were getting a penalty.
Yeah.
And it was just nuts to us because it was kind of normal, especially kind of the energy on the ice and the adrenaline going. You don't really watch what you say sometimes. So yeah, there was definitely some rules that were hard to adapt to, but it was on and off whether the referees would actually use that, would call it or not. So
even going back to Andrew and I's deck hockey games with Carter, Carter he was a mouthy little kid.
Oh, yeah.
He was. And he'd say a lot of stuff that he'd get away with.
Mm-hmm.
He was constantly yapping. I'm guessing he's still that way now?
Yeah, I don't know about now in college hockey, but he definitely was in amateurs. It's kind of the nature of the game. I feel like everyone has got a little chirp in them.
Mm-hmm.
On your team, who's the best chirper? Who's the most vocal? Is it the same guy, or is it a little different?
I'd say the most vocal. It's probably George.
Yeah.
George loves.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
George loves to talk.
We don't really hear him much, but we know that he's talking a lot. I think the last game against Buffalo, Gio liked to talk a lot.
Yeah.
That was nice, but yeah, I would definitely say it's George a lot.
I'd say the funniest chirp is probably Keith.
Yeah, Keith always. I said to Keith today at
some
practice,
things to say.
it was funny. I was like, dude, you always have something to say, and it's hilarious. But yeah, he definitely does. He has always something to say, and it's usually it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So
Best PG chirp.
I don't got anything.
Yeah, honestly, I don't chirp much. I kind of just do my thing and whatever. I don't feel like I've kind of I'm entitled to yet. I don't know. Maybe it's just the college hockey thing where, like, you know, I'm one of the younger guys,
Yeah.
and I just got to do what I'm told, and that's it. And just do anything I can to do on the ice and just get off and do whatever. I used to be a big guy, used to talk a lot, but I think I kind of, like, mellowed
Yeah, now
down.
you're small.
Yeah, there's, like, no point because then at that point they're just going to get my number and I'm just going to get run the whole game and I can't afford
Depending
that.
what line you're on, you have either Bernie, who's always seems to be in something,
Yeah.
or if you're with Garrett and Allie, Garrett is starting to physical up a little bit.
Yeah. I think against Buffalo we had I think who scored? Garrett scored against Buffalo, and the kid just went after him after Garrett scored, and there was a bit of a scrum, but it wasn't anything. We kind of just did our thing, then got out of there. But we do what we have to, but we have to stay composed. So.
You got people to defend you, just in case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tony can handle his own, I think.
I try.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the last one in this game. Workout warrior right here.
Yep.
Who's with you on the top of that list of workout warrior? Is it
Either Patty or Al.
really?
We try to get Garrett. Garrett. We do sprints all the time. Sean never shows up. He
I've
says
heard that story way too many times
he
before.
says he's always gonna come, but he never does.
I
So he's
got
always
a
taking a
heavy,
nap.
I got a heavy workload.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
gotta do
Freshman
what you
classes
gotta do.
really get to you.
Yeah.
I promise you it gets better.
I hope so.
Depends. What's the major? You gotta figure that out.
I take business management, but I think right now it's I'm taking a calculus math right now that's kind of kicking my butt. But
It might get a little better. It might get a little. You ask
Yeah,
the
I'm
business
hoping.
lady over here.
yeah, I'm hoping.
It'll be fine. What about you, Tony?
I'm a cybersecurity major, so
Okay.
right now it's probably cyber law. It's probably the most.
Cyber law's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, there's like not the assignments aren't too bad, but probably my most challenging class.
I took it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's,
That's actually I had
sometimes a little heavier, but sometimes a little lighter. You know?
I had a presentation today, so that went pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah.
Academic weapons on.
Yep.
You see your voice.
Yep.
Academic weapon. Andrew. Oh, reliable.
All reliable. All right. In practice, what's your favorite drill?
Probably 7 pass. It's I don't know if you guys know what that is. So should I explain it so
Yeah, you
everyone
can.
knows? All right. So you have.
We've heard this story a couple times with 7 Fest, but of course you can explain.
So you have 4 lines, each 4 line on each like the blues, so like the corner of the blue lines. Defense are going to be on like both sides. So you're going to have start out. Defense is going to pass it to one of the forwards. You're going to cross, pass there. Then you're going to pass to the other forward lines. They're going to pass across the ice. You're going to be at the same time. You're going to be looping. They're going to pass the defenseman, pass to you as you're looping back towards into the neutral zone. You're gonna get a pass, and then you're just gonna go on 2-on-1 the other way. It's pretty fun. It's a good drill to get you moving.
I'm gonna have to say probably like the power play game. I think
that's
it's
good too.
I think it's very useful, and we're in a small area too, so it makes us very quick with what we do and making sure that passes are crisp and on the tape. But yeah, I think it's very useful, and it definitely benefits in the game. I enjoy that the most, just because it's in a small area and there's not a lot of movement, so you got to really use the space that you have to your advantage. But yeah, I like how quick it is. I enjoy that drill a lot.
Yeah, that one's good too.
All right, business boss lady over there, you're up.
Can I ask the one that we talked about earlier?
Go
Are you superstitious at all, or do anything before games that you feel like you're gonna play better?
You can go first.
You can think about how to word it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I'm a little. I think it's with more not like before games. Really, like I don't have like anything I eat before games or anything like that. I think it's honestly my equipment that I wear. Sometimes when I go to buy new equipment, everything has to be the same brand and the same thing. And I usually kind of use it till like it's absolutely like done, because I don't like buying new stuff because it's definitely different than what I wore before. But I would say the equipment that I use is I'm very superstitious about it, and especially if like I'm uncomfortable with something, I'll still wear it just because of the fact that like I would rather be uncomfortable than change what I'm doing. But yeah, it's definitely a gear what I wear.
So I have a couple of superstitions. I've always been like a very mental person when it comes to the game. So I eat the same thing. I usually eat light. The morning of a game, I usually stretch at home by myself. This involves like less clothing than usual. I stretch better with less clothing. So that's a personal superstition. But yeah, I mean, eat the same thing every day. I don't know. It's just something like my body's got to feel right for me to play right. So I've always just thought of that. It's pretty much it. Yeah.
You probably know the Adamski story of eating, Sheetz hot dogs or pizza or Reese cups. Both of you pretty against that? You eat whatever you're going to play?
I've always, since I started taking hockey pretty seriously, I've always cared about my nutrition. So I've never really tried eating like a Sheetz hot dog or pizza before a game. So if it works for him, good. I mean, there we go. But personally, I don't think I'd ever go to the restaurant and eat pizza before a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to be the same. I can't. There's those greasy foods and high calorie foods. I can't do that. I don't know. I would never imagine doing that either. I'm very low carb foods and something that's not going to really fill me up before a game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely just high protein but low carb foods, and making sure that I'm not too full before a game, just so I'm comfortable and I feel good.
Old man Dammer's just built different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very old man now. He's solid age of 23 years young.
Yeah, it's pretty old. So.
Have you talked to him at all, trying to get him out of retirement?
Personally, no. I know he was at one of our games.
He had to come on for an interview,
Yeah,
of course.
I heard about that. So I personally didn't talk to him, but I'll be awesome to see him.
Yeah, I mean they talk a little bit about him. I mean they talk about all the veterans that have played in the past years. So we hear a few stories here and there. But yeah, they talk about him possibly wanting him to come back or whatever. But we never really know what the story is.
Yeah.
Speaking of the graduated Parker Rutherford, tryout with the Fort Wayne Commons. Congratulations, Parker.
Yeah.
If not, he has a secure job down there, I believe, in Virginia. But you see him making it. Roman Kramer, he made it. Kevin Mackey's over in Iceland. You look at this class and you look at how well it's produced talent outside. When you see maybe 3-4 years down the line that you have the possibility to do that, does it kind of feel unique that you made the right choice to come to RMU?
I mean, it's definitely you definitely look at it as this place is a very big development area, and a lot of guys come out of here still wanting to play hockey and not tired of it. So it's great to see, and also for people that are either coming into here or trying to pick a place to play hockey, it's a good look, honestly, for these guys that are going to play pro hockey or overseas to play at the next level. Definitely a good look for us, and hopefully that keeps going in the future.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Roman had NCAA background, so that obviously helped. But it's still it looks good on the program, and it gives me something to look forward to, because who knows, maybe in 4 years something opens up for one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's always an option. I obviously love to play hockey continuing after college, so definitely a good look on the program.
It is. I mean, just think, Dammer could have went pro, and
He
he
could've.
elected not to.
Yeah.
He wanted to just be done with hockey because, as he said time and time again, I'm too old for this. I can't do this anymore. Even though he was fourth in the entire league in points.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous, that kid.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like playing with the other third player, Gio Palumbo? He is a crazy man on the ice, a crazy man off the ice. What is it like playing with him and just kind of being around him?
He's a super talented player. He's just an all around. He can do everything, and it's nice to look up to someone like that and kind of model your game after them. He's obviously been playing college hockey longer than us, so it's always you can always go to them for advice or watch their games, see how they play. So yeah, playing with him's been pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think he brings the energy pretty well to the locker room and to the team. And, you know, I was good that, you know, we have somebody that stepped up like that and, you know, really make sure that everybody's on top of their game, and really, you know, wants to see everybody succeed, on and off the ice. I mean, yeah, he's a great guy to be around, and no complaints whatsoever at all about him. But yeah, definitely brings the energy. I think that's huge with him, and I really enjoy seeing that.
Gio was the one that picked you two to come on too.
Oh, I know.
Last week.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he probably did he talk to you before he went on? Like, I'm taking you guys.
No, he didn't. He just he came up to us, or he came up to me at least, and he was like, "Yeah, I nominated you for the podcast." I was like, "Cool." And I asked him what they asked him, and he's like, "Don't worry about it." And then just said, "You'll have fun."
You'll have fun. It's easy, I promise. I'm not going too in depth. The people that I had on here, like, these are hard questions. Like, no, you're just making them hard. You're thinking way too much into it.
Yeah.
Simple and easy. It's like how we roll. We don't get you media trained for the next level. Parker had his little media day, and he texted me and he was like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "You media trained me."
Yeah, I might need it someday. Who knows?
Another guy who loves to be in front of the camera. I want him to call a game if he ever comes back. That'd be super
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be cool.
A couple of D3 kids are gonna do it for their own team. Kind of cool. But hey, maybe if one of you guys is they're scratched for a game or hurt. 'Cause I know sometimes shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I dropped the first swear word.
Yeah, nice.
Oh damn.
I was trying not to be me, so here we go.
Oh no! I knew it was gonna happen at some point.
Took long enough.
Who was it last year?
It's Ty.
Was it Ty? What episode was it? Like 4?
It was late.
Yeah.
It was later than this one.
Yeah, I did. I broke the barrier. YouTube, don't take us down, please. At least it's not a bad one. It's not like a Pat McAfee F-bomb or something.
Yeah.
We haven't had a get. Was it F? Was it Ty? Yeah, it was.
That's what I said.
It was a quote. It was a quote. We somehow got away with it because he said it was a quote from somebody else.
Oh.
It was shoot the F and puck.
Yep.
Yeah. That works.
That works. Yeah.
We just can't do it within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Something like
Right?
that.
And we won't get taken
Then
down.
it's like for sure done.
Yeah. Or unless we do it on Twitch and then that gets taken down immediately because of music. Yeah, sorry about that. You completely lost the entire first period of that game.
Yeah.
Allie was not happy with me because he scored.
Oh, he did score that. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I was going back and trying to look for that too because I dished him that.
Oh, it never
pass.
happened.
Yeah, and I'm just
There's
like,
no proof of it.
yeah,
I don't remember that.
It's whatever, but
That's also when Sal got his pretend 2 points.
Yeah, that also
And he
didn't
was
happen.
We even had it. We went through Isaac's goal where he supposedly had an assist, and Sal is just sitting at the blue line, nowhere near the play, and somehow he gets an assist.
really,
Like, how?
He knows the ref, so.
I know.
Oh, he's paying their ass off. for
Probably.
points. Doesn't surprise me.
He needs all the help he can get.
Yeah, getting involved wherever he can.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sal, how's he doing? Obviously, he couldn't play last weekend, but is he good to go this week? No.
Still out.
Sal.
Yeah, I think I don't know. We haven't. I mean, he's texted in the group chat occasionally. Nothing really on like how he's doing or anything like that. But at the beginning, he kind of just gave us the rundown about how long he's going to be out for and how he's doing. So I actually saw him today, and I thought I was seeing a ghost. But yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely getting better, but I don't think he's at his healthiest yet.
So assuming he doesn't go, you move up probably with Garrett and Allie. You jump in as well, probably with Kohlberg as well in that bottom unit. And then Big Z goes back to D.
Yeah.
For you, I know going into training camp, Sean, you're listed as a forward and a defenseman according to Garrett. Of course, this is Garrett's quoting, so you can tell him if he's wrong. He said you were playing a little bit of D as well. Is that factual or no?
No, not really. I kind of stay as far away from D as possible. It's not really my game. But no, yeah, definitely just sticking to the forward as much as I can.
At least, it might have been he wanted you back on D. I don't remember exactly how he worded it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't played D in forever, like really. But now I've kind of just staying, like I said, staying as far away from that as I can.
No defense. No, Big Z, I gotta say.
Oh, he can do it all.
Yeah.
He's literally the definition of a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he can do it all. It's impressive, honestly.
Should throw him in goal one game.
If he's the ultimate Swiss Army knife, he can go in goal.
He could go in goal.
Yeah, he could.
He
Yeah, I
has
wouldn't
the
doubt
body
it.
frame for it. Probably a little bit more muscle, but other than that, he got the height, he got the reach. I mean, why not? Why not? If you had to be an e-bug, would you go in a net?
Yeah.
You would?
I did it once when I was little. It didn't go so well, but
I
I think now I'd be a little better.
I can't even imagine. I don't know how. Ugh, going in a net. I mean, I was a catcher for baseball. I played high school baseball for a while, so it's like kind of like the same at the same time. But
Why not?
I don't know. I think I'd rather block a ball at baseball than get an 80, 90 mile an hour puck. It's like a slap shot at me. I don't know. It just looks more aggressive, and I get a little bit more scared of it.
Yeah.
Well, let's get the goalie's opinion over here, Andrew.
I mean, it's scary for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're putting yourself in front of a puck.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Mhm.
It's gonna hurt.
Of course. Give credit
I got
to the 10
3 pucks hit me last night in practice in places that I didn't like. So
Yeah.
I was
So,
feeling it a little bit this
one in
morning.
the upper neck area,
No,
right?
that was last week.
That was last week.
That was last week. I got the collarbone. I got one in the face, and then I got one that hit my glove in an awkward position and got my bone.
Little
in
stinger.
my hand. Yeah.
Ooh.
Definitely the face, dude. The face. Yeah.
Not-
Like you can just the sound of like when a goalie gets hit in the face, it just does not sound good at all.
It's scary.
I laugh when I do it, but I can only imagine what they're feeling.
Because I think it was it the Syracuse game that hit Reno square in the mask and it
Yeah.
came just right off?
Yeah.
I mean, like, imagine if someone's taking a 1T
Mhm.
and your match just comes off at that point. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
no,
what do
it's
you
scary.
do?
You're-
Like I said, I couldn't imagine doing that, to be honest with you. To see especially a slap shot come right at your dome.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's not my. I give you a lot of credit, Andrew.
Nice.
Even though you're
Goalies
not
are
very,
crazy.
Not very good at goalie.
We are.
Yeah.
Even though you're not very good at goalie.
I try my best.
Throw some shade.
I haven't thrown a lot of shade at you past the first 3 episodes, so this is.
I am happy about that.
I gotta start picking it up a little bit. Alright, skills competition. If you had one today, who would win in fastest skater, most accurate shot, hardest shot from your guys' team?
Hardest, fastest skater. I'll start there. Like with or without the puck?
Just
Without.
Let's just go without puck. Just
Like an NHL fastest skater?
Let's go NHL fastest skater, round, well, not round.
I think Michael Hurst is
probably
pretty fast.
probably Hurst.
That's some prayers.
That. I think I'd give him a run for his money. But if I had, probably him.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
race.
Probably.
I don't know. I mean, I can't really see myself on the ice. Like, how do you think I fare in that?
Middle of the pack, probably.
Yeah. I mean, probably.
Take that. We'll take that.
Alright,
Yeah.
who comes in last? Let's go with that one. Who goes in last?
Probably Kohlberg
Yeah.
George.
or George.
Yeah. Maybe
George, yeah. Maybe Drape's in there, but I think,
I just
Yeah.
think
I think
Drake possibly could be in there. I honestly think Reno full sprint and full equipment probably could beat him.
yeah.
Let's go to hardest shot.
Hardest shot.
Should we clarify on net or
On
just
net.
in general? Okay, we'll go on net.
I'd say I personally think Keith Reed.
Yeah.
I think he's got a wicked shot, especially
Draper's got a
snap
good shot too.
I
Yeah.
was thinking George, but it's not accurate.
But George cannot hit the net.
No, we don't see much of Georgia's shots at the net, so I can't really say.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I think Keith's quick release is like
Mhm.
insane,
He's
and especially
nasty.
his placement too. I think we've all been struggling to hit the net lately, but yeah, I think Keith's shot, even when it doesn't hit the net, is honestly just wicked. Especially his slap shot, I don't want to get in the way of that. But yeah, I think I think Gio's quick release too is pretty accurate and pretty nasty too. So I'd probably say one of the two right there.
Don't see a Gio and Keith clapper very often.
No, you don't.
Yeah, they don't really get the chances. I feel like.
Yeah, they're always so far. Like they're really good in close quarters. So
Yeah.
you never see
Mhm.
them get the wind up.
Mhm.
Then for accurate. Ooh,
Most accurate.
most
I feel like none of
accurate.
us really accurate right now.
Not Gio.
No.
He misses in that way too much.
Maybe Michael again? Michael Hurst?
I don't know. You see
Maybe.
that? You see that empty net he had?
Yeah.
Well, what happened with the empty net?
Oh, I mean, it was a 2-on-1 in front of the net, and I think it was on the power play maybe.
Yeah.
And he had about this wide of empty net, and he was about 6 feet, and he missed.
Yeah, like didn't even not even the
My-
post or anything. It was honestly like
Yeah, he just missed
a
the net.
4-foot miss the
Yeah.
net.
Maybe
but
most accurate.
Maybe not most accurate.
like I don't know. I mean, after this weekend, it's kind of hard to tell. To be honest with you,
That's kind of hard to tell. No one really like shoots for. We don't really have like all of us can score. Like,
Yeah, we haven't had much. Anybody have like a really good placement shot yet this season?
Not really.
Or it's
Maybe
actually
Z shot's pretty good. He gets the nut.
Yeah.
But nah, I can't really. Jeez, that's hard right now.
I have to see like an accuracy competition.
Yeah.
Maybe like an Army like skills competition.
I'll go off the Weston Garrett.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
he did have a very good placement shot
Yeah.
against the second game of Kinesis.
Yeah, second game.
Underneath
That's
the
what I
arm.
was thinking.
Yeah, that was probably our best placement shot of the season so far.
I sniped
so
Reno.
yeah.
I sniped Reno in practice, but until I do it in a game, I can't really call
Yeah.
myself an accurate shooter. So
Which puts me into the next question. Is Reno your favorite goalie to shoot on in practice, or
No.
is it Patty?
it's Patty.
Yeah.
Just because me and Patty were friends, I just love scoring on him.
Yeah.
Some good chirps between you two, probably, when
Yeah.
you put one past or he makes a big save.
Yeah, I scored him in the shootout today, and he just like, I used this in silence because I flipped the puck over his stick, and then just almost batted out of the air. Yeah, it was funny.
No, yeah, I think that's all goalies. We have fun with them and chirp them a little bit after
why
show
not?
them up. But yeah, I mean it's fun. I think Reno. I think Reno on my part. I like to get on Reno's case a lot, especially when we do shootouts for practices.
Love Reno.
But yeah, it's definitely Reno for me.
What about Caleb McCabe, the other freshman goalie? Obviously, the pretty young player compared to both Patty and Reno, but how's he fared so far this season? I know he's a plum boy along with me and Andrew, so we've seen a lot of him. So how's he been doing, and when are we going to see him in some game action here soon?
I mean, I'm not an expert goalie or like a goalie coach, but it's hard to play as a third goalie. I will have to say, because you're only playing 2 games a weekend, so you usually have your 2 best guys. And right now, Patty and Reno have been showing that they're the 2 best guys, and it's kind of until Caleb can beat one of them out. I feel like it's gonna keep proving himself in practice.
Yeah, it's definitely like a nonstop, grind for him.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think it's for anybody that wants to work for their position is a nonstop grind, and he just happens to be one of them. But yeah, I think I'm interested to see how he develops over the years. To be honest,
he has potential.
Yeah, for sure.
He's young.
It's hard being he's a true freshman too, compared to Patty that played 3
played
years of juniors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same age as Reno pretty much coming in. He has a little
Yeah.
bit more of that step above.
Yeah.
We've seen other goalies that come straight out of high school have done phenomenal jobs down in D3, even D1. With Christian Pellegrino. Andrew, another like that as well. Andrew, you have another question for the boys.
I kind of want to piggyback on the skills competition. Now,
Okay.
4th one in. Which goalie could make the most breakaway saves in a row on the save streak?
I like that.
I got one.
None of them.
I got Patty.
I'd say Patty too.
I got Patty. I think because Patty. See, there's areas of both Patty and Reno, and the opposite too. That going on Reno, I'm much more likely to make a move than on Patty.
Patty's very quick side to side.
Yeah. So but Patty could. I mean, obviously he's good at stopping a direct shot too.
Shoot low glove. You score every time shooting low glove.
But yeah, I would say Patty for sure. Honestly, I kind of during the shootouts, I kind of stay away from his side, just because I know that I've when I go in on him, I honestly don't have really much in the toolbox to give. I'm not sure really what to do, because I know making a move isn't really going to do anything, and you're not really 100% sure where to shoot sometimes. But yeah, I'd probably say him.
Music in the room. Who's the DJ? What do they play? And are you one to follow with the music, or are you rocking the AirPods or something?
I rock AirPods, but I think it's Hunter. It's
Hunter sometimes, when Hunter's not there, sometimes Patty.
Keith and
Patty
Keith
and
too.
Keith.
Keith was it was a little rough at practice this morning. Keith was playing the I don't know who some girl rapper. It's the little Barbie rap. I don't know what it is, but Keith had that playing, and
Yeah, sometimes
sometimes
it's brutal.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
After that, I
Jeez.
just
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any of his aux anymore.
Yeah, sometimes it's brutal. They play sometimes country, which is nice. Especially in the morning, you don't want anything like
Crazy.
crazy. So sometimes country in the morning is good. For games, I think it's usually Hunter.
Mhm.
A little bit of Wallen to get.
Yeah. A little bit of Zach Bryan too,
Yeah.
which I don't mind at all. But yeah, like I said, during games, it's usually Hunter. Practices, it's usually maybe Patty or Keith because Hunter comes in a little bit later than them.
Big T Swift guys.
No,
Nope, not after.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not.
She's just ruining football too. So.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's got to stay.
Yeah,
on
never.
football.
All right. Which teammates would you most likely see at a T Swift concert, like front and center?
There hasn't been much guys that talked about Taylor Swift really.
I don't know. I feel like
If I had to pick one,
I feel like it's Garrett and Allie.
it might.
Honestly.
Yeah,
it could be.
Yeah, honestly,
it could be.
Could be. I would probably pick Garrett.
I see him as an ultimate Swiftie.
Yeah, I
honestly.
mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
No, yeah. I would probably out of everybody probably him. Yeah.
And then Allie just coming in.
Yeah, he's just like,
I
he's
just
just there.
feel
Just
like
following,
he's
just
there.
there.
He's just following along.
Yeah.
He's like, we listen to Taylor Swift down in Mexico. We ride it up here.
Yeah.
So you see the board back there of all the players on your team. We're down to the last couple already, but we have you have to pick 2 players from the following list to come on for future. You got Kohlberg, you got Hurst, Martin, the Tendies, Colburn, and Caleb, along with Zerner, Ragno, and Strutt. So you pick between the 2. You got to pick 2 to come on.
I'll pick. I want Patty to come
Okay.
on here. So Colburn.
Colburn, okay.
Zorner's still up there.
Zerner still up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
All right, so
Colburn and Zerner.
yeah,
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun one.
Yeah.
two
honestly.
more freshmen, so that'd be fun.
Well, that's all we're down to, except for
Yeah,
Colburn.
yeah, that's true.
We only had 3 coming into this season of returners. Like,
Yeah,
No, yeah, I think like we have a lot of guys after like knowing everybody's background. We have a lot of juniors guys, more than I thought. I think someone said today that it's like the most that any of them has ever seen come through here for freshmen.
Colburn, Sal, Hurst went to Chatham. Corbin was USP. I think.
Zorner played for
Yeah, he
EHL.
played E.
Zorner.
Purdue was E.
Yeah, Purdue was E.
Do we count you as technically? I don't know.
I wouldn't count
I don't
D2
know.
Club as like.
Yeah,
a,
I don't know. Does that count? Like.
I mean,
You want to count it as development? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess you call
development.
it like you're not like a true freshman.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
compared to like Sean. And
like
Brady
I'm like a
and
half
Travis.
freshman,
Yeah.
halfway there.
Exactly. Somewhat works.
He's not a freshman. But we still have. He's still got freshman.
Yeah, I
duties.
still got rookie duties. So.
If I'm not mistaken, weren't you at the rookie dinner? Didn't you? Was it you that had to sing?
Yeah,
What did you sing, and how well was it?
It
wasn't Mike Sullivan there as well.
Yeah, Mike Sullivan was there. No one asked for his autograph. Thank God. That would have been embarrassing. Me and Kohlberg, he's the worst duet partner. I'll have to just put that out there. We sang "Summer Lovin'," and I think I carried.
Where's the video of this? I didn't see the
Someone
video.
has it. I don't know where it's at, but I'll get it to you.
You feel like you did a good job. I think it was Gio that said that you did awful.
I didn't do good, but if I think I had like music and maybe if I was by myself, I would have did a lot better. I was kind of crutching on him to maybe help. He just didn't.
Colbert, come on, man.
Yeah.
You had to carry it all.
Yeah, it wasn't good though. I would like a rerun at some point, like a solo.
How about charity night, first intermission? You go out there.
Yeah.
Just in
All right,
full
yeah.
equipment. We'll give you
Give
the
him
microphone.
the spotlight too.
I'll do it.
Honestly, George, make it happen. Let's do this.
You want to do it?
Seriously.
A solo on. Oh, that'd be fun.
Tony with a microphone, center ice, after a clean sheet, right in between periods,
Yeah.
or pregame music show.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
skip
Hopefully
warm-ups
there's a
do it.
decent
out
amount of
there.
people there.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people out there.
That'd
It's
be
good.
funny.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Oh my god.
I'd pay to
That
watch
is
it.
gonna be fun.
Yeah. I'm excited for charity night,
Yeah,
honestly.
me too.
I mean, looking at last year's
Yeah.
environment and how that looked, I mean,
I don't know
that's
how much
surreal.
you guys are allowed to talk about it. We know stuff, you obviously know stuff, but I don't know how much we're allowed to say to the general public about it, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun.
No, yeah.
Definitely
last
come and
year.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, all I'll say
Maybe
is,
some
like,
more
definitely
people
look
show
at
up
the
again.
pictures.
Maybe
knows?
we'll see.
Who knows?
Maybe some new guys. Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Just go wait and see. November 10th.
Yeah.
Against Kent State.
Yeah. I'll be excited.
Be a good game.
Yeah. Like, looking back at last year's, I'm excited. I can tell you that.
I can almost guarantee the same thing won't happen, but
Yeah.
It'll be a lot better. And then the stream will stay up and we can watch it. That way Gio can actually see his goals if he actually puts one in the back of the net this time on camera.
Yeah.
So he put 2 up against Merciers and they're just gone. Never to be seen again.
Didn't happen.
But Steve Mears giving him credit for actually scoring goals is in existence. That helps.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Maybe Steve Mears comes on. Who knows? Who knows? Special guest. Who
Yeah.
knows? Tony, Sean, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Best of luck
Appreciate it.
with WV on Thursday, and then I'll see you for George Mason Friday night, 8:30 at the Clearview Ice Arena.
Definitely.
It's going to be a very fun non-conference game as they hopefully get back with some big 2 points against West Virginia. But the whole crew here, Peyton Ernst, Andrew Kiehl behind the desk, Anthony Chiaramonte, Sean Patton, I'm Cadeyn McCrory, Patrick Colburn, you're coming up next. Big Z, you as well. Maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks. We'll figure it out. But anyways, 8:30, Clearview Arena. We'll see you then. RMU and George